Hi there, Amalia Natalio here, the founder of Karmic Kindness, spiritual teacher, mentor, and published author of the book Read to Me, a story of love, loss, and liberation. So I've shared a couple of videos, one about the writing process and the second about the publication process. This third video will be talking about the promotional process. And I am going to say right out of the gate, I do not think that I promoted properly, that I lost an opportunity at the beginning of the process. However, I don't feel like the opportunity is lost for good. It was just for that time. I could have done a little bit more. Now, I will say I went through a program led by Koester of Georgetown University. He is now under the moniker of manuscripts.com. That is where I started the book writing journey. You can stick with him and his people, his team, for the publication journey. I ended up going with Book Vault Publishing based out of the UK. And then for the promotional period, if you are with the manuscripts.com team, they're going to help you promote the book and set yourself up for success. There was a lot of information in the original program, the writing program that I was a part of. I opted not to do the publishing program. And if I would have implemented some of those strategies, I think it would have been helpful. I had a lot going on at the time, and it just was not in the cards for me. I think there was also, if I'm being fully transparent and honest, there was a little bit of resistance putting myself out there in a bigger way, because the book that I wrote was a really intimate story of love, loss, and liberation. It was about the disentanglement from my not anymore husband and the pain of infidelity and heartbreak and stepping into the unknown of a new life and all of the things that go along with that. So for me, I think I wanted to have a little bit more of a lower profile just to see how the book would be received by my family. And there was some resistance in that regard for me. You may be in a very different situation, and it may be a very different story for you. And if that is the case, then there are a lot of different ways that you can really optimize getting your book out into the world and really getting some momentum and excitement around it. In the manuscripts.com program, their book creator for I think it's called Modern Author Accelerator program, they really will set you up for success in that regard. I had a friend that went through it, and her book went off the charts from the start, because she did take advantage of all of the offerings that the program had for her. And if you are kind of doing more of a grassroots thing, there's lots of different ways that you can learn more about how to promote your book, how to get it into the place where people are going to be talking about it, and there's some buzz, and placement of the book is important. Booklaunchers.com, I think it is. Julie Broad, if you look up book launchers, you'll find her and her videos on YouTube, where she talks a lot about the writing, the publishing, the promotion of the book. There's a ton of free resources that she has, and you can also go through her program from start to finish as well. Promoting wise, I created a social media page on Instagram, because that's where I am mostly, Instagram and YouTube. So I created a book page for my book on Instagram. I shared information about the book and the book launch on all my social media platforms, and in the emails that I send out to my email subscribers. I did a few lives. I talked about the book. I did a book launch party in the area where I used to live, in the DC metro area, about 3 or 4 days after the official release of the book. And that was really fun. But that money for the launch came out of my pocket, not part of a pre-launch sale where you can promote the book and people buy the book ahead of time. And oftentimes in the pre-launches, the book is at a higher price point and you get little bonuses, different things. I just didn't want to do all that. I just kept it simple. And definitely have had sales of the book, not a ton of people that aren't already in my circle. But for me, that was okay, because the people in my circle have been buying it for people in their circle. And I just feel like it's more of a slower roll than like coming out of the gate hot. And there's, again, lots of different platforms and people that talk about how to promote your book and to launch your book with a bigger bang than I did. It's personal preference. I'm just sharing with you what is available that I know of, that I was familiar with, and sharing the promotional process for me, which was very, very minimal. So that's pretty much it. This kind of wraps up the series of 3 videos around book writing, book publishing, and book promotion. I truly hope that you glean some wisdom, some information, some knowledge, something new from this. I'm going to be sharing more with some of the people that I mentioned in the video. Hopefully I can get Eric Koester on here, who is part of the manuscripts.com. He is the dude, so that he can share his story and share a little bit more about the program through his words as well, so you can get a deeper understanding around what that's about, if that's something that calls to you. All right, remember, we learn from one another. So if you think someone may benefit from this video or the video series that I have done here about publishing and writing and getting your book out into the world, be sure to share, like, subscribe, and comment. Ciao for now.